What if rock bottom isn't the end, but the doorway to the real you? If you lost everything that made you feel strong, could you still stand? This isn't about motivation. This is about transformation, one silent battle at a time. Have you ever wondered what would remain if every mask you wear was stripped away, and you stood exposed not in flesh, but in truth? No titles, no filters, no applause. That's where the real rebuild begins. Not with new outfits or new people to impress, but with a raw excavation of everything that keeps you soft, reactive, and breakable. Most people build their lives like sandcastles shaped with trembling hands, praying the tide stays away. But the Stoic? He builds differently. His foundation is so deep, the loudest storm sounds like a whisper. Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This is the secret. To rebuild yourself from rock bottom, you don't add more. You remove what was never needed. You strip away the excess. You let go of fragile pride. You don't rebuild to impress others, you rebuild to remember yourself. The self that got buried beneath years of fear, distraction, and noise. Each day, the world attempts to mold you through trends, drama, and shallow praise dressed up as gold. But the Stoic doesn't follow the world's blueprint. He returns to silence. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. And that strength isn't armor, it's what's left after the armor burns away." So pause. Stand still. Ask yourself, what are you holding on to? Whose approval? Whose apology? Whose attention are you still chasing? How heavy does your mind become when you lie awake, replaying words that should have been met with silence? The Stoic rebuild begins the moment you refuse to feed your mind with cheap noise. A weak mind is restless all night and helpless by day. A trained mind? It's calm when it must be, and sharp as steel when it needs to cut through confusion. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Think about it. How many moments have you ruined before they ever arrived? How many dreams died under the weight of fears that never even showed up? Rebuilding yourself from rock bottom means cutting away everything that steals your peace. It means sitting still and realizing that stillness isn't emptiness, it's clarity. You don't need a guru in a marble hall. You just need the courage to sit in silence and ask, what lies am I feeding myself today? Who am I blaming so I don't have to rise? A Stoic doesn't curse the chain, he notices it. He breaks it quietly, link by link. That's why the world mocks discipline and glorifies comfort, because it fears those who no longer fear themselves. So where do you begin? Right here, right now. Before the world demands your soul, you whisper to yourself, "Today I am mine." You don't wait for permission. You don't explain your silence. You don't announce your goals. You sweep the mental floor. You guard the mental door. And when fear creeps in, you don't run. You stare it down and say, "Not today." Because fear thrives in the shadows, but when brought into the light of action, it shrinks. Seneca again. "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult. So dare. If old habits cling to your bones, tear them away. If the past whispers, 'You'll never change,' answer with silence and one steady step forward." The Stoic doesn't shout his transformation. He simply walks past the same traps that once held him and never looks back. Day by day, the new foundation rises, not built on trends, but on timeless principles. Not on pity, but on self-command. While others gossip, the Stoic builds. While others whine, he works. He doesn't care for applause, only that when the storms arrive, and they will, his walls hold. His mind stays still. His spirit doesn't fold. Rebuild yourself like this. Rise early. Sit with yourself. Write down your flaws like a surgeon examining a wound. Don't pray for fewer problems. Build stronger shoulders. Don't wait for trust. Earn it by keeping the promises no one else sees. A Stoic rebuild begins invisibly. Only you know what's being carved away. But eventually, the weight lifts, the noise fades, the mind obeys, and what's left is unshakable. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." So say it, but more importantly, do it. Rebuild when it's dark. Rebuild when no one notices. Rebuild when temptation knocks with sweet lies. Rebuild when the world mocks, because it always mocks those who choose structure over chaos. You are not owed peace. You must construct it. You are not owed respect. You must become someone who cannot be disrespected. Not because you're feared, but because your silence holds more gravity than their noise. A Stoic is no statue. He bleeds, fails, acts, but never bows to storms that only live in his mind. His work isn't performance. It's not a post. It's not for show. It's for the one who stands inside his skin when the world falls quiet. So rise. Tear down what weakens you. Build what steadies you. Hold the line in your mind before you hold it in the world. Let the world scream. Let it scroll. You have a wall to build within. And when it stands, truly stands, the storms won't come to break you, they'll come to bow. Keep your mind clear, your words few, and your steps unshakable. Let this be the place you return to when life grows loud. Subscribe, rebuild in silence, stand unbroken, and always remember, the mind that rules itself fears nothing. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Stoic Blend for more timeless wisdom. Thank you.